evening. Hello, everybody. Come on in right quick to Dazz, Speez, Gemz. What a lovely day. What a lovely day. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm trying to see. The sun is up in here. Hello, hello, hello. Talk about the topic that I was going to try to discuss right quick. Hello, Tasha. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hope you're having a lovely day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here. Woke up, it was real cold this morning, but it's kind of like warm now, pleasant with a little breeze. Ice cream, hello, hello, ice cream. I'm headed to my mom's house. I haven't been over there in a couple of days. Had a lot going on. Tired from the weekend, all weekend busy with church and other activities. And I tried to get me some rest, and finally last night up until late this morning I was able to get a chance and rest. So I'm feeling refreshed, and the first thing that's on my mind right now is heading to see my mama. So I'm headed over there for a little while. What are you doing for your day, Tasha? Is it Taha or Shade? How are you spending your afternoon? I plan on coming on live later, but while I was riding, I said, let me just pop in here since I didn't go live last night. But I did do a short, so if y'all haven't had a chance, go check out that last short that I put up and comment, let me know what you think about it. I do all my shorts when I'm doing my shorts. I am calling myself Luxurious Betty. So y'all go and check out and see how Luxurious Betty did last night on that short I did, okay? Let me see, Tasha say, please speak slowly, my English. Oh, really? Okay, I will try to speak slowly. That's better. I thought I'd be speaking slow, but I know sometimes I can just go to rolling that tongue and rolling that tongue. So hopefully you can understand me, baby. I'm sorry about that. Because I do have a tendency, me and my family and I, we do have, like, we speak kind of fast. Is that better? Yeah, I was just on here and just stopped, got me some gas up and said, let me ride. I'm gonna still here an hour or two or maybe later, you know, sometime when she on the porch, I'll go sit on the porch with her and just chill, you know, because I do realize that it is a blessing to still have my mother, and I try to make memories with her as much as I can. you know, and those are good memories I try to make with my mom as much as I can, you know, and be thankful and grateful that she's still here with me. My mom, she will be 80 years old in February. Hello? Hey, 74, how are you? Just headed to my mom's house to spend the evening with her. I'm live last night, but I caught your lives, and I seen some of your lives today when you was breaking down certain things, and I was getting ready then to come to my mom's house, and I'll go back and complete, you know, complete the watch of your video, you know, and finish watching it. But I was trying to get over here before it got too late, because I did get me some rest last night and early today. And I was just looking at different videos, you know, and the only thing I came to mind on, you know, I'm not a reactor channel at all. I speak on, you know, simply what I like doing, you know, and that's spreading, you know, love and wisdom and that kind of stuff. But you know what it just, when I things come to my mind when I see certain things, and sometimes you just have to speak on it. And it don't be anything bad. It just be suggestions. It just be like touching memories of, you know, making me go back into the time where a lot of my time was wasted. You know, because see, sometimes we can waste our good lives and days and good times on things that really, that self-destructs us, you know. And I see a lot of, hey, my caller, you in here? Hey, boo. How you doing? Yeah, so, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a reacting channel. I'm not saying it to no one person. I'm not saying it to anyone, because see, when I see things, and I not just on YouTube, but just in everyday life, and especially when I used to, you know, waste a lot of time in life and doing things that really wasn't necessary for me to do in order to accomplish things that I needed to accomplish in my life or reach a certain level in my life. And all I'm simply saying is sometimes we can self-destruct ourselves, you know. And self-destruction yourself, it can be in several ways. You know, you could put yourself behind in time. You could put yourself behind and, you know, wasting your money, your life, your loved ones, and things that really matter in life, you know. And it just, when people really think that, you know, they put their attention on the things that don't matter. Let me put it that way. You know, like, just say for instance, when I was ill a lot, you know, and then I used to, you know, get out the hospital, just say, I'm talking about me now, and I used to get out the hospital and I rip and run, and, you know, as long as I felt like I was feeling better, I went right back to doing the things that I used to do. And then I'll end right back up in the hospital. Then, you know, we don't be realizing that not just being physically overreacting, you know, our mind, our mental, being stressed out and indulging in things that take you away from your real life situations. That's what I'm saying. It took me back. It made me, what they say, backlap. It made me just not be able to accomplish where I needed to be, where I'm at now. It took me longer to get where I'm at now, in other words. Because see, I was being hard-headed, or I was thanking God just for the moment that I feel better, and I wasn't looking any further than that. And I was allowing not just things, but I was letting people and things, you know, keep me from getting well. I was letting people and things and what people may have thought or said, which I never got into all those kind of situations, but sometimes you do, even with your family. They're going to have a say-so in what you're doing, even if it's your mom, because my mom always have a say-so in what we're doing, especially if it's not right. And so, you know, but when people try to tell you what's right and what's better for you and what's good for you, if you're not ready to accept that situation right then and there, if you don't see what your mom see or what your loved ones see, I'm talking about people that really matter. Because see, so many people I see that's going through changes, that's going through health problems, that's going through financial problems, that's going through not having a peace of mind, can't sleep at night. I see where they are keeping themselves in prison. I see where they are not allowing themselves to heal. I see where they're not allowing themselves to elevate in what God has for them. See, you can self-destruct yourself just by being ignorant to the fact that who you owe all this to, that God is doing for you and what he will do for you, you owe it all to God. But see, people have things all in the wrong priorities. I had to learn some things, but I never had to learn as much. I see some people that's out here trying to spend their God-given time, God-given days to be and try to get it right. Every time we wake up, he's trying to give us another chance to get things straight, you know. Let me see, Glendine, how are you doing? And I'm just gonna ride for a minute because I'm already by my mom's, really. But I just want to say, when you find yourself, you're going back and forth with your illness. You're going back and forth with your finances. You're going back and forth with things that you can do better in life, but you choose not to do things better in life because you choose what people think and say over what God can do for you. You choose to try to please others. You spend your time more with people than you do with God. When God put us in a better situation, when he put us in a better circumstances that what we can be in, and he start blessing and showing you that you can make it, but your priorities are all mixed up. When God see that you're not even trying to give him the time that you give people, when he's trying to bless you, even when we're sick, even when we're in our dark days, even when we find ourselves in financial situations, stressful situations, you know, and God say, I'm gonna give you another day. I'm not ready for you yet. But then you get up with that day that he give you over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again. And then we start feeling a certain way like God's not showing up in our life. God shows up in our life. He gives us our life. He is our life. And he is the one that gives us our breaths and take them away. But we can treat ourselves better, and we can do better, and we can get better if we focus on the things in life that matters. And I see on here where people stand trapped in the darkness, where people are staying, I can park right here. I see where people are staying trapped in their own darkness. I see where people are staying trapped in their self-destruction. People don't even understand that, you know, when you try to please people and you don't even mention God. And then when you do mention God, I'm talking about everybody. I'm about me, when it was me and anybody else that is for. Not disrespectfully, but I'm just telling you all, like I always say about my experiences, you know. But see, sometimes you have to get your life in priority. You have to let God know that you appreciate him keeping you above the ground. Because see, if you living like you say, and you're looking around you, you see your life, you see other people's life, and you see people vanishing away. You know, but all that extra strength and all that extra unnecessary stuff that people do, when God gives you the strength to try to fight and make yourself a better person, try to fight and get you in a better situation where you're just not laying around. And, you know, because see, all that wasted energy, all that wasted time, trying to prove stuff to people that don't have no say-so over your life, and you won't ever get up. I don't think you do. I don't think nobody do. If you get up and go to bed 24/7 trying to prove yourself to people with the days and the time that God allows you to try to get yourself better and right, but you wake up with it and you go to sleep with it, your energy all through the day. And then you end back up in the same spot every time. God is trying to tell you something. Like he was trying to tell me something. He was trying to tell me something. Every time he allowed me to get back up and feel better, I go right back to doing the things that I was doing before I started feeling bad. That's a self-destruction. I was self-destroying myself. I had to make up in my mind that God is trying to tell me something. And it's up to me. It's not up to my mom, my sisters, my brothers, my children, nobody to keep on praying for me when I'm not doing what I need to do for myself. I was destroying myself. People can wish things on you. They can pray things on you. But it's up to you to look in the mirror and see who you are and what you're worth and what you're doing to yourself. We destroy ourselves and we blame other people for the situations that we are in, or we feel like we can't come out, and we wonder why we don't get any better, because we got our eyes out here in the world and we don't have a thing to say or look up to God about, when he is the one that giving us the chance over. Why we can't prove ourselves to God? I mean, I'm just saying, I had to start proving myself to God for me to get better. I wasn't thinking about no people. I didn't care what nobody said about me. I didn't care what nobody thought about me or anything. I had to look at myself and say, I'm tired of going in and out the hospital. I'm tired of, looking at my loved ones. I'm tired of asking, hey, Indigo, I'm tired of asking God, why are my mama's only child that's staying sick? Why am my mama, I'm the oldest one, but dog mama, why I'm got to be the one be sick? I was finding fault. When the fault was all me. That's why I always say accountability and responsibility lies in your hand. Nobody can tell a grown person how to think, walk, and talk. You learned that when you was a toddler. You learned how to start speaking, how to start walking. But see, as you go through life and then those situations start happening to you over and over again, I ain't got no business asking God about why I'm the only one doing nothing, because I was brought up in church. Whatever I choose to do throughout my life, the decisions I decide to make, I can't blame mama on how I came up. I can't blame my brothers. I can't blame my friend. I can't blame nobody. I can only blame me when I have common sense and I know there's a God. But then when you choose to keep on ignoring God and all that he's doing through and for you, all the way through your bad days, you got to thank him for them bad days and stop blaming people. Stop explaining to people with all the breath that you have in you. When God is blessing you to be able to talk to him. When he's blaming you to walk with him. Hey, Sunny Day, how you doing? So like I keep saying, I'm not a reaction channel. I'm not directing nothing to nobody, but I am, seeing things on the internet, off the internet. I used to tell my baby brother, you can't keep on blaming nobody for keep on being in your situation. That's you. Wanting to go out here and have all these babies. Now you got child support galore. That's you. You got to stop blaming other people for the situation that you end up in. We self-destroy ourselves. Self-destruction is what you're doing. Hey, Vicky, how you doing? Self-destruction is what you're doing. Self-destruction belongs to you. It's only when you going through life and you start learning better than you do what you start doing better. But I can't stand when I see, people that's down in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? People that keep doing the same thing, making mistakes over and over again. I'm talking about in my family, Also, thank you, 74. It's just so I just sit back. My auntie used to call me the owl when she was living. She said I had big eyes for no reason. I'm the owl of the family. I just sometimes sit back. And I just watch things without even knowing I'm watching it. Things just catch my attention that I didn't even really know that was catching my attention. But I thank God that he gave me the ability to know how to watch what was good for me, what was bad to me. And then I thank him for helping me make the right choices when I was making the wrong choices in so many ways. But see, sometimes we think we know better, we doing better, we can get better, we can do it all by ourselves. But I come to find out, and it's true, I ain't trying to act like I know all about God and that, but I know one thing is true. All your help come from God. And he's a jealous God. He don't want you to get out here and feel like you owe everybody else an explanation to your good or bad life. No matter what you're doing, how you living, you don't owe nothing to nobody. But you fail to realize who's still keeping you above the ground and helping you each day. And you could get stronger and stronger, but you choose to stay weak because you're dwelling in the wrong places with the wrong thing. And you won't look up to God and see why he chose you to hold on and hang on so that you can get it and he can do better by you. God got blessings for us all. He don't love nobody, I used to ask mama, mama, why I'm the one that always stays sick? My mama ain't chose for me to get sick. Why I'm asking her? I started asking God. I started noticing the things that I needed to stop doing. I started noticing things that I was doing and that was harming me, that was keeping me going backwards, you know. It wasn't all about my mama no more. My mama had me, but she raised me to be the person who I am. But what I chose to do in life, whether it was good or bad, that was my decision. Because see, I thank God for being in my right mind. So if I'm in my right mind, those are the things that I chose to do, the decisions that I chose to make, whether they was good or bad for me, I did it. But see, one day something came to me. I got tired. That's it. I got tired. I got tired of trying to get up. Time I started feeling better, just to run back out with my friends, just to run back to the parties with my family, just to show people that I'm not down, I'm not sick, I'm still with y'all, I still can do what I used to do. No, you can't. When you going through certain things in life, when you have certain illnesses and when you got certain things in your life that you going through, you can't do the same thing you used to do. That's why they have special diets. They have help. They have counselors, therapists, medication. I mean, they have, God is everything, but God give all of us who specialize in certain things for people that needs it. Grace Slay, blow a kiss if you love your fans. There you go. And I mean that. But what I'm trying to say is simply, we don't look at what God do for others. We don't get jealous of what God do for others. We don't know how God is working in his timing. We just always know that what they always say, he's an on-time God. That's what we know. And he could be on time to everybody that give him a little time, more than they give people, more than they try to explain who they are, what they are, and who they're about. See, you ain't got to be worried about all that, because see, God know who you are and what you're about, and all that fake stuff and everything else you go through to try to uphold what people see out here. It's what's in here. What are you really? My daddy used to always call me a winner when he was living. Every time he came to town, he said, "You a winner, baby girl." I'm so glad my daddy put that in me. My daddy always called me a winner. No matter what I had to tell him I did, he always instilled in me that I was a winner. Accountability is the key. At some point, you have to stop looking to others and take a stock inwards. Work on yourself, but you have to first acknowledge the change is necessary and embrace it. So true, 100% true. But you know, we got some people, they can't even tell their children how to start appreciating life, what to value in life, what they're doing wrong in life, because they are right beside them doing the same thing or worse. I'm not talking about no one person. I'm talking about, you know, like you said, accountability is the key. Until we all understand what God is trying to get. See, we all have a certain thing that God has us here to do. And he will keep you here until you do it, if that's his intention. And you can do whatever God has it for you to do, but you got to start looking at life different. You got to start trying to, like Sonny said, accountability is the key. Accountability is the key, but who are people trying to be accountable to? We have people just really, I was like, I can't do nothing but sometimes just shake my head. I'm like, it sounds like your last breath. I mean, it just be so crazy to me. I guess till you go through things you don't understand, you do go through things, you can. And you know what's going on. I know, and I learned what God was trying to do with me. I'm that person in my family that everybody, you know, almost look up to. I'm that person that can bring an argument into a laughing situation. I'm that person that could explain to people things that don't make no argument. I know how to talk to people. Because see, I got that kind of heart to where I try to always get my point across, but try to do it in a manner for nobody to be offended or feel like they got to take the fence. You know what I'm saying? I just was built that way since I was a child. I guess because I hung around my grandmama and them and I was old fashioned. I don't know what it is, but God always gave me the ability to be able to get up in front of people and do my speeches, to do my talks. You know, I was never afraid to speak what was right. And see, that's what kind of people God wants. He don't want you to be afraid to tell people what it is about him. He don't want you to be afraid when you're trying to lead people in the right direction. He wants people to be of courage, to stand up for what's right. And especially when it comes to him, he need more people to stand up for him and stop standing up for the devil all the time. People would come out and they would run and they would fight and they would defend what they know is wrong. They would defend what they know that's true. But nobody would ever defend what's right. And then the bad thing about it is that the people that's not right, there's so many followers. And I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm saying in life. You could pick up so many followers when you were doing things wrong. But you can't hardly pick up. Everybody needs to know that that's the devil army and not God's army, you know. And everybody needs to know a lot of our sickness, a lot of time when we get broken heart, broken pockets, we get down in the dumps and things start happening to us, it's because God, he put things in our life to only get our attention, to bring us closer to him, to make us make better decisions, especially when we have young people coming up behind us. We have to have people that's willing to be able to show younger people this is the way, even though they want to go party, even though they want to have fun like the youth do. We did it. We still do it. But when it's wrong, it's wrong. When it's right, it's right. And you're trying to let people know, hey, you can still live life. But when you become sick or when you could become broken and all these things, you can look to God. But then when everything you feel like it's okay, you can go out there and slang your life, the energy that he gave you. You can go out there and waste your life. You can go out there and be the brave person to everybody in the world just because you can look like you the winner. Well, when my daddy was telling me that I was the winner, it was because when he come home from out of town and I would just be getting out the hospital, or he'd come in and visit me, or whatever I was going through, financial problems or whatever, he saw me get up. He saw me keep trying. He saw me where I wouldn't give up. And he was calling me a winner. Yes, he is a jealous God and he wants the relationship with us. Yes. But I think so many people, they hesitate. Turn this air up. I think so many people hesitate with God because they feel like they have to be perfect. And they feel like they're not perfect, so they don't give God no time because they feel like God is looking for a perfect them, a perfect me. And that's not what God is looking for. But he's looking for a relationship. He's looking for you to get up and talk to him, you know, and thank him. He wants you to get a better understanding of living a Christian life, of trying to be the best of you, who you can be, and to what include him in your life. Thank him for what he's doing for you, what he have doing for you, and what he's about to do for you. God is looking for a relationship between you and him. He didn't say, come and be perfect with me. But see, so many people, they are so fake in real life. So when they feel like if they did give God a chance, that they're going to have to be fake with him because they feel like they're not going to be straight with him neither because they're so used to not being straight in life. But see, out here in this real world, people look for us to be perfect. But with God, he don't. And they got it all mixed up. But stop wasting time. I'm not talking to either of you all. I don't want anybody to get mad at me. I'm just speaking in general. I had to tell myself this. Stop wasting time. Because tomorrow is not promised. And just because he woke you up this morning when you had that bad cold, just because he woke you up this morning when, you know, you relapsed or, you know, whatever happened, and you felt like you was in the same situation that you was in yesterday, and you feel like God is not doing anything for you, ask yourself, what are you doing for God? Have you recognized him just waking you up this morning with that cold? Or were you so busy getting up to prove to somebody that your cough is better? Sometimes we look at each other like we're God and we owe everything to the person that we're trying to prove something to. And we don't give a damn how we lay down or wake up. We just want to make sure that we could prove the pudding. You know, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. You know, the proof is in you and who you are and what you make of yourself and building a relationship with God. And when you're going through things, you can come out of it. I don't care what the situation is. You can be revived. You can come back to reality. Just claim your fame with God. Give him the praises. He's the one that deserves all the praises. But people be getting up with their last breath trying to prove to somebody else. Like that's who gonna determine if they go to hell or heaven. When the persons of people that you are trying to prove yourself to, they don't even know where they're going. But you're so busy trying to prove yourself to them. It be crazy stuff. You know? And I had friends that I used to hang with. They want to prove that they can go get something better than what I had or better than somebody else. Just for what? But they never try nothing to God. They never try to say, thank you, God, for this new car, this new house. Thank you, God, for this roof on my head. Lord Jesus, thank you, Lord. You'll never hear them come out and prove to God. But you always see them proving to people. Everything that you're proving that you have can be lost. But guess what? Everything that you lose can be regained through God. But see, the only thing that you need to be concerned about, I don't have the house, the car, I lost this, I lost that, but you're still here wrapped in your right mind. God is still blessing you. He's still blessing all of us, no matter what. Thank you, Carla. No matter what. I done lost before. Y'all heard me say that before. Been married before, financial situation, bankruptcy, divorce. I done been there, and I'm not ashamed. I have a video when I first started out with my first channel I made, stomping in my house, coming from church. I'm not ashamed to tell the world. I'm not. Because I don't owe nobody nothing. But God is blessing me to be able to tell somebody something here or off here. That how good he is, and that whatever you lose, whatever you go through in life, you can get through it. You could be on this side and wake up on that side, or you could be on that side and wake back up over there somewhere. So you got to be thankful and you got to be grateful. The perfect man is but yet vapor. As long as we are on earth living and breathing, we are not perfect. Not only a perfect person spoken of God to enough. That's right. That's right. But I'm so glad that God is blessing me to get even, closer to him. I'm so glad that the things that I used to do that keep me behind, that keep me self-destructed, I'm so glad that God has given me all the things that he has put on me to go through. I am so glad. I'm so glad that the burden I thought that was hard for me to carry, that God showed me. He told me. He walked with me. And I talked with him. I learned how to pray better. I built a better relationship. Because each time I was knocked down, it made me stronger when I got back up. A lot of people say they don't want to be the person that I am or who you are because you go through so much. But God is using you to show people, no matter how low you go, you can rise again. No matter what you go through. You could cry all night and you can wake up smiling. You can smile all night and wake up crying. See, things turn, tables turn. We all get a chance in this thing called life. And life is all about the decisions that we make, not nobody else. Not our moms, our siblings, our husbands, our wife, our children, nobody. We make those decisions. And once we make it and we figure out what God is trying to tell us, it's up to us to try to pass that knowledge and that experience on to our loved ones and people that we care about. And then a lot of people, I didn't even say this to my mom before, but mama, you did it. But see, God gave us that mama to try to tell us because they love us so much and they didn't want to see us go through what they've been through. But see, some of us are so hard-headed. No matter somebody come knock us upside the head with a broom or a hammer, we don't want to let nothing sink in because sometimes we think we know it all and we keep ourselves back, called self-destruction. Sometimes we have to just close our mouth up when even we don't want to. with somebody trying to spend the time that they don't have to spend with us to tell us or show us anything to make our life better. Sometimes we just need to shut up. Just shut up and listen. Because when you don't, you're only hurting yourself. But because we know so much, we just desire in our hearts to just go through whatever we want to go through in life, whether it's good or bad. But we want to just always come out the Superman and the Superwoman. And it's all about what this earthly stuff got out here to offer us. But nothing when we leave, we're not going to take nothing with us. I don't care what kind of car and house, nothing you have, job, nothing. The only thing you're going to take with you, you're going to just vanish away from here. And when people come to moan over you and look down at you, they're going to be looking at the shell because your soul is already gone. You know what I'm saying? So, but when God give us a chance to do better, and you know how much you could take, you know when you'll get to that place, not me. Because I didn't know, nobody knew what it's going to take for me to wake up neither. But just like we spend time trying to figure out a way to impress people, we got to have to find out a way to, impress God. We got to find out what is it God wants you to do. Stop worrying about waking up, trying to prove what somebody else wants to see you do. Sometimes our illness is going to lie right there. And we're going to be burdened down with our illness, with our finances, or whatever we're going through, until we give the proper recognition to the proper person. And if the proper person is not your fellow man down here on earth, we got to wake up and smell the coffee for real. We got to wake up and be devoted to God like we are to people and what we think we owe them. And how I could tell you all that is because I've been through it. I'm not just talking just to be talking. I'm not just talking just to gain on subscribers. I'm talking because this is Dazz who's been through a lot. But I know where all my help come from. I know what I had to do to be able to sit here now and tell you all, I don't know how many years since I've been in the hospital. One thing I had to do, I had to let go my burden that was keeping me down and keeping me stressed out. And that was my ex-husband. See, stress don't belong. It don't belong in you. Especially if you're stressing about something else, somebody else is causing you to be stressed by. All that is nothing but illness. I think I saw Carla put it in there, a silent killer. Stress will take you out of here. And when you're sick, that's the last thing you want to be on you is stress, especially unnecessary stress. You cannot fight no illness with stress. You can't. You can't. I can tell you about it. As soon as I got my divorce, I ain't been back in the hospital no more. I've been feeling great. I've been getting flying colors. I don't have no high blood pressure or anything. The only thing that you all may have heard me talk about, I am severe hypoglycemia, where my blood sugar glucose rise if I have too many starches or something like that. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have no everything that they claim I used to have when I was with my husband. I have it no more. None of it. I figured it out. Why would I let somebody kill me? Kill me. You can't do nothing about nothing you can't control, but you can do something about you. You control your situation that you're in. But sometimes you don't even want to let it go stress because you're thinking about what people going to say about you. Oh, she got a divorce. Or she doing it. Or she doing it. Or he doing it. Worried about what outside is talking about when you know what the hell you going on the inside. What you putting up with, what you trying not to put up with. When you come out your door, you're trying to smile. But you just got through arguing and raising hell on the inside. You know your whole situation. Whether you show it or tell it. And as soon as I said forget the outside and any damn body else, because it's all about me. I have 2 daughters, 1 grand that loves me. I'm not gonna allow this dead weight to keep on putting me in and out the hospital, like that I'm so busy trying to fight battles with him and not even fight my own battle that was on me. But as soon as I decided to let that weight go, that dead weight go, and I started trying to do better by myself, and I did better by myself, because the first thing was to let what was hindering me go, because what people thought didn't matter no more. I came to my senses, and when I came to my senses, God started blessing me. He made a better me, a bigger me, a stronger me. So you can't tell nobody's story if you wasn't in that story. And people can put the story how they want to go. But one thing, and who you cannot fool, is God. And that's who should be your main concern. And when God is telling you something, it's best for you to listen and don't worry about what nobody else have to say. Because it is your life. It is your life. It is your life. When it's time for you to make a decision, you'll know when. But if you don't get tired, and you just want to keep getting beat down every day throughout your life because you're so worried about what other people think about you, then you're going to keep having to go through it. You're going to keep having to be pulled through it. You're going to keep having to use your last breath and strength to try to show people who you are, when God knows all the time. But when you get tired, and hopefully it's before it's too late, you'll start getting the credit to the right person and stop taking credit away from the wrong people. You'll stop, and you'll realize that you're getting older, you're getting wiser. You're supposed to be getting a little bit better, with your decisions. But to keep on being foolish and see yourself drowning, and you don't have sense enough to catch that rope and pull yourself back up, then you will drown. You will. But I decided one day I wasn't going down no lower. I was going to stay where I'm at. I'm not going down no lower. I wasn't going to sink no lower. I decided, let them sink, but I'm going back the other way. And I did it. And I thank God that the choice was up to me to make. And I made the right decisions. Because here I am, a bigger, better, healthier, brighter person, full of experience that I can share with other people that may be in the same place or know somebody else, and that I can hopefully do some good. Because some people don't have nobody to talk to, pray with, pray for. So that's what I'm using my channel for, to uplift, give somebody courage, strength, hope. Let them know how I did it. What made me come to my conclusion to turn around and do better. Am I perfect? No. Am I better? Yes. Can I do better? Yes. I can do all of that. But at least I'm on the right track, and I get it. It's once you get it, you have overcome a lot. Once you get it. But we're going to always fall in something that we do. But as long as you try to get on the right path and help somebody else, then you are being blessed. And like I always say, whether my channel is monetized or what, I'm being blessed because I'm not afraid and ashamed to get out here and tell people what God can do for you. But we all owe things to ourselves more than anybody else, because self can be self-destructive, but we can spend our whole life blaming somebody else. When we all we have to do is look at the mirror. Look in the mirror. It's your life, your decision. You owe it all to God and yourself, not to nobody else and all your loved ones. I had to make the right decision to do better. I'm not just telling you all that. I had to do it. And some days I have to get up and still make decisions. But I'm an adult. And nobody can be blamed for nothing that I do. If I go out here right now and do something wrong, it's because I did it. And because nobody put me in that situation. You may get put in that situation, but you get a chance to think when you're in your right mind to make the decision that you make. But I just pray for everybody that needs God, needs help, that's on, that's dealing with something. Go to God. Do like I do. I didn't just go to God when I was trying to get better. I go to God every day, all day. I really do. Because as we live, we're going to always need God. We can't do it all by ourselves. We need God. We could try to be a fixer, go get a plumber. We could do anything we want to do. But we really simply need God and make the right decision. And don't be self-destructive in unnecessary situations. Stop wasting our time. Life is just winding down. That's why the government playing with our lives right now. That's why the decisions are being made over our life, next month, like my little short last night about luxury bedding, finding out no more food stamps next month, See, our lives are being affected in so many ways, right up on our nose. We are losing out. Until we band and pull together and trust and believe in God, we won't be worried about no food stamps next month. Because God is going to give us some kind of way where we're going to be able to make it. But we got to trust and believe in Him and make the right decisions. And that's what life is all about. Love yourself. Stop being self-destructive. And when God give us a chance to do better and get better in life, we need to take those chances. The opportunities are here. But so many of us, we're falling by the wayside and we're losing our lives before we even get a chance to try to make it better. He didn't tell you to just be that perfect person. Just try. Just try. Be appreciative of God. Wake up with that much energy that you put on people. Put it on yourself. And try God. I had to try it. When I tried God, I started thinking better, making better decisions, started looking better, eating better, doing better. I did. It went up to my mama. Our moms and stuff, our grandmas, they pray for us. But when you become a certain age and your life is in your hand, you have to start learning to pray for yourself as well. I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit. I didn't get a chance to come on here last night, but I'm just speaking just on some things that I see on the internet, off the internet, and sometimes I just speak on things because you know what, I see what I once was. I see where I may be still be in some areas. But I do try to come out here because see, when you love people and you got a little God or something in you and you've been through something, you don't mind by trying to let people know what pulled you out of that they may be in. You gotta let people know that they are loved and stop worrying about all the stuff that don't make no sense. That's going to keep you down and under. See, because no matter what you come out here and prove to people, you're gonna remain the underdog anyway. I'm gonna tell you that right quick. You're gonna always remain the underdog. You know why? Because see, when you have a wicked heart as well, and you try to become better, different, you must go back. And I have a video on that, the wicked heart. You must go back and undo a lot of things that you've done. You have to prove yourself that you're trying to be and you're a changed person. People don't just wake up and start believing that you have a good heart when you done showed them all these years that you had a wicked heart. It don't just happen that way. You got to go back and you got to ask everybody for forgiveness. You got to acknowledge everything that you did that was wicked toward people. You got to ask for forgiveness. You have to go to God. Then you have to start trying to live a good-hearted life. Because, see, people can always remember you want to change. You got to go back and undo some things. Can a wicked-hearted change? Yes. But it just don't change. And people just don't start liking you because you say you don't have a wicked heart. You got to prove it to them. It took a long time for you to put all that hurt in people. Now you got to go back. It's going to take time to prove yourself to people. That's how you know when somebody then changed that from a wicked heart and trying to do better in life. Because see, anybody could say they wake up with a change of heart. But you got to walk. You got to talk. You got to show yourself that you have improved, and you're trying to do better. And you're not that wicked person you always been to people. You just don't get that credibility overnight because you done took people through hell with that heart. Now you got to go back and undo so many things, and then you got to start walking and showing people that you have a different heart. That's when you know people done change. Because, you know, people change any minute, back and forth, you know. And one last thing, when you have a wicked heart and you wonder why everything keep happening to you and you're not looking at your heart, that's a problem right there. You want everybody around you to like you. You want God to bless you. You want everybody to do good for you no matter what you do to them, whether it's good, bad, ugly, what. And you have a wicked heart. And you're praying wicked things on people. And when you trying to demonize somebody, discredit somebody, and you have a wicked heart, and you think God is supposed to just let everything flourish, you know, all blessings don't come from God. You got a lot of blessings that come from the devil too. So you got to know where those blessings are coming from as well. The devil gives out gifts too, you know. He gives out blessings too. He'll make you think everything is wonderful. He'll make you think that, hey, you're getting ready to get up and you're getting ready to do better. But see, when you put all your trust in him, it's not going to last. I don't care how many blessings can come from the devil. If it's not coming from God, that blessing not going to last anyway. And sometimes that blessing could turn out to be the most evil thing that you can ever accept in your life when you accept the blessings of the devil. Yeah, you want an everlasting blessing and you want everlasting love, get it from God. The devil can make things seem so good. And you'll think that you're being so blessed and that you're up on your feet. I'm feeling better. I'm looking better. I'm doing better. When you're getting all those blessings from the devil, it's not going to last. You got to have a peaceful mind. You got to know that it's nothing but peace and love. When you're receiving those blessings, there's no ill feeling, no compromising. You ain't got to sign no kind of contract with the devil to do good. Because he'll give you some good, but he'll turn around and show you what kind of good that he's giving you. It's up to you to decide and know where your help come from. Everybody think that when they get a blessing, oh, thank you, Lord. Just because the devil can set you up, baby, for a hard fall. He can. So we have to be careful of who we receive. Who's praying for us. Our prayers are not good prayers. But again, as I end my live, I'm going to say I love you all, you know, and I just speak. Sometimes I might be wrong. My experiences, I know I'm right with trying to tell you, you know, what I've been through and how I got through it. Not by what nobody told me, but what I have done and been through myself. And till next time, you all, I'm going to end this live like I always do, you know. I want everybody to have a blessed evening. I was planning on coming live today, sometime later. But if I don't, I did this live, but I still may. And I started back with my shorts. Y'all go check out my short for me, please. Click this like button, share me out. Leave a comment, you know. And I appreciate everybody who came in, all the interaction, anybody that commented. I appreciate you all. God bless you all. And I just wish everybody a good day. I hope that this live can do somebody some good. And if not yourself, share it out. Maybe it could do somebody some good that you know that need to hear what I spoke about today. And until next time, I'm going to end my life like I always do by saying, I love you, you, and you. And don't even know you. But because God is love, I can love you all. And I'll talk to you all later. If not, look for another short, hopefully tonight. God bless you all. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.